Wilbur Sargunaraj.
Oh, you do the hands, right? Okay. I was like, where's the fork?
You can have a fork.
No, that's right. I'll get messy. That's okay. வணக்கம் எல்லாரும் எப்படி இருக்கீங்க? Wilbur Sargunaraj பேசுறேன். Greetings everybody. This is Wilbur Sargunaraj. Welcome to a very special episode of First Class Eats. Today I am in Johannesburg, South Africa. Sir, so nice to meet you.
Likewise.
Indeed, Mr. Neeshan Balton, he is the director of the Ahmed Kathrada Foundation. We will get into that a little bit more later. But today, right now, in front of us, we have a very, very unique and special dish. Sir, what do they call this dish?
It's called a bunny chow.
This is called a bunny chow. I have never heard about this. Now, first of all, we need to let people know that this is not rabbit though, right? There are no rabbits injured. I know the cute little bunnies are so cute. No bunnies were hurt in making this dish because this is lamb and that is chicken bunny chow. So this is curry. This is actual curry put in bread. But in India, you will never hear of something like this called like a bunny chow. So this is very specific.
Very South African.
Very, very South African. From which city? It's not a Johannesburg. It's
Or would have originated in Durban.
in Durban. So Durban also is a very big city. The largest city of Indians outside of India is what I hear. The diaspora is very, very huge in Durban.
I think in terms of a city, yes.
How do you actually eat this now? You just eat with the hands like back in India?
It's traditionally, you eat it with your hands. Some people want to try with a fork and knife, and you're more than welcome to do that. You normally start with taking the bread.
The bread that has been cut outside of the bunny. So this is the bread, okay? So they've cut half a loaf. You can cut in different sizes it comes as well,
Yeah,
right?
you get it in a quarter or a half.
Quarter or a half, okay?
So what they do is they would take the inside of the bread out,
Okay.
stuff all of the chicken and so forth, the curry inside. And then you just dig away and eat as you think is necessary.
Superb. So, wow, okay, I'm going to look at this. There is like kottamalli. I mean, in Tamil, what is this? Cilantro. I love this cilantro. Okay, so I'm going to try this lamb here. This is very, very, very first class. So the bread you have just to eat around and just slowly eat it all the way down.
Where you can, you dip this into the gravy. Either
right?
on the sides or inside.
Oh, there's bones as well, but you
Yes,
don't eat the
yes.
bones. Don't eat the bones, it will hurt your throat.
And you slowly just absorb the gravy and let them soak into the bread.
Salad you can eat by itself or...
Well, mainly by itself.
Very first class. What I found out is that bunny, it's interesting where the name comes from. In Sanskrit, the name for the meaning of merchant in Sanskrit is baniya. So one theory is that's how they got the name bunny chow. Baniya, the merchant food. So I don't know if that's true or not. I'm sure there's many stories about the terminology of bunny chow.
Under the British rule at the time in Durban, segregation, discrimination would have been very rife. And many of these plantation workers would not have been allowed to go into restaurants.
Oh, okay.
So and they were not allowed to be served in plates. The easiest thing was to then pack the food into this kind of a container and give it to people, and they would sit outside.
Right. So you don't have to give the fork and the knife or anything like that. Here's the bowl. Here's the thing. We're not going to touch you. It's almost like going back to the whole thing of being untouchable. The crazy.
Very. I think, and that's why for me, this makes sense in relation to that story.
This is fantastic.
This is not the easiest of things to eat with a fork and a knife.
Yes, of course. And I know a lot of people. I mean, if you eat, the best way to eat the bunny chow is with your hands.
It has to be
with your hands. For those of you who don't want to eat with hands, it's okay. We'll give you the fork and knife. But I'm comfortable because in India we eat with the hands. But some people find it a little bit difficult, they don't want to get their hands dirty. So it's made. So there are varieties like lamb. There is chicken. There's also vegetarian options.
So vegetarian,
right?
Particularly beans, is a big favorite.
Beans, okay.
I suppose the simplest. You wouldn't find very complicated dishes being stuffed into bread.
Right.
It's stuff that must also be easy to be absorbed in the bread itself,
inside,
and to be eaten.
You know what they should do is they should create a chicken 65 bunny chow. Have you ever had chicken 65? It's typical to Tamil Nadu, to South India. And it's just basically like that, like nice chicken roasted in chicken 65 spices. Take that, put that in the bread. I think we should start one, sir. We'll go over very well. Chicken 65 from Tamil Nadu. I love my bunny chow. South African food. I love my bunny chow. So tasty, very good. I love my bunny chow. More curry on my bread. I love my bunny chow. You want some? Go ahead. Boing, boing, boing. Put the bunny in the belly. Boing, boing, boing. I love my bunny chow. Boing, boing, boing. Put the bunny in the belly. Boing, boing, boing. I love my bunny chow.
Wilbur Sargunaraj